Hi my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. So today I have a little peek at some quilts because we're mad about plaid. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about my cross stitch project and sort of thinking through some things and the Boo Crew that's coming up. So let's get to it, because first of all I have to show you this is a present from Shell in California, and she sent me this wonderful card to go along with it. This is a great hat. I love this hat, and it's a little bit longer in the back, so this will be fabulous for going out in the garden, so I can keep the sun off the back as well. I want to remind everybody, the reason why I'm showing these hats is because I've had skin cancer on my nose, basal cell carcinoma, which is not as bad as some of the skin cancers. Shell shared with us that she lost her sister to skin cancer, so it's really important to check your skin and be careful about your skin, particularly now with the sun out and we're all outside a bit more. So I just had to share the hat. It's fabulous. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you, Shell. All right, first let's talk about Mad About Plaid because there are lots of plaid quilts out there. I use plaids in my quilts for a lot for a really long time early on. I haven't done it as much lately, and I think I need to correct that because I love plaid fabric. So I thought I would show you one that I did in 2002. So it was a while ago, and I believe it was in, I'm trying to get the top. It doesn't really matter, it's symmetrical, but I'll get you the top anyways. So there we go. So this is a quilt that I did for probably McCall's magazine back in 2002. Nice and warm and cozy and fall colors. And I want to show you the plaids. So the plaid is a printed plaid. So it's on the green there, and in the middle, the purple, that is a woven plaid, and it's actually a flannel. That's a woven flannel plaid there. This is all blanket stitched with Aurifil thread in a variegated thread. So, and I have to show you the label because I was quite fancy. I was a fancy girl doing that label. Isn't that fun? I need to do more fancy labels. So today I want you to share a plaid quilt of yours over at my community, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. And if you don't have a picture, you can just tell us about it, or you can write about it here at YouTube. So that is your job today, is plaid quilts. Mad About Plaid. There's also, I'm going to talk about this in a minute, this little bundle that came again, because these are summery plaids, and I just want to talk about that because they're so cute. Oh, also, thank you for all of you that send me Starbucks cards. This one's on you and you and you. Mwah. All right, I have the next UFO I need to put binding on, because you know what that means? That means I actually finished binding on the other two. Yes, I did. They are bound. Oh my goodness. So here is the little, what is it? The checkerboard one on point. So cute. See, my binding is on, and it's scrappy. I did a scrappy binding. Ta-da! I used the pinks, yeah, from that fabric. So isn't that cute? And then my other finish is the Woodland Wonderland version that I did mostly in red and white. So this guy, still have to stitch the hanging sleeve. So I need to do that today. So I'm going to stitch the hanging sleeve because then I can hang it in my kitchen. That's where I'm going to hang it so I can see it. Now I put my Harmony wide back on this in the light blue, which was kind of pulling the blue from the front that's in that little bit of, you know, here and there. And then I had this block left over from something I think I made it from leftover half square triangles, and I put a white around it so that I can do a label and write on the white part. And it's sewn into the border on two sides, onto the binding on two sides rather, so that I only have to hand stitch two sides. So that is, I have to do that. I'm going to hand do that sleeve and the label tonight. Oh, here's the label for the smaller one. So this was some labels that one of our friends sent me, like a panel of labels. And so this was one that I made into a little label. Okay, old school block of the month. Here we go. Look at that. It is done. Judy quilted this for me. It's kind of a, I don't know what you would call that. Let me just scroll you in. I was going to say orange peelish. It's orange peelish. And then inside of that are flowers. And the reason I like this is because I have the opportunity then to really see that pattern with all of that peach color sashing, because the peach sashing is pretty big. Now when I sent this to the long armor, this actually has a pocket, and so what I did is I decided that I didn't mind it being quilted over, so I just sort of tacked it down. Look here, as you can see, I did a little churn dashes in the corners. Okay, you can get a feel for that. It has been super fun to get this back. And this is the one where I did a pretty extensive backing on it with extra blocks. So let me go ahead and rotate this stand so that you can see that. All right, there you go. You know, the stand's in the middle there. This is the stand itself, but you can see I did chunks of fabric, I did crumb blocks, and there are more crumb blocks down there. See along here the crumb blocks, and then over on this side, this was super fun to do. Judy is so good. She was able to work with kind of a two-sided quilt, no problem at all. Do you see this here? I love this part. So I just, you know, had piecing, and I just had that little extra strip in there. This is what makes quilting fun, to do something, you know, unique with what you have. So good, so good. Okay, what else have I been working on? I have been doing the 4 blocks. Let me get this out for this kit, because remember I said now I really want to get these done. Well, I cut these 4 blocks, and I have 3 of them done. So let me show you those, because I am super happy about that. I have 1. Take a deep breath. We should all remember that, right? If something's feeling a little frustrating, just take a deep breath. Yeah, it's excellent advice. Here's the sewing one. Ta-da! And here is the sun, which is the whole reason I bought the whole thing, pretty much, is for this piece of fabric. This sun, I just love it so much. Now I do have to then do, what I have left to do is the center and then these sashings here. So I'm coming along really nicely with this. This is really good. Wait. Until I've been taking like the cutaways, the sew and flips, the cutaway parts, and making little blocks. I think this is the second one now I've gotten out of it. I have a bunch, here, wait a second. I have a bunch of half square triangles for another one. So I am making these, and I don't know, they'll probably just go with these miscellaneous blocks up here, you know, on the shelf there, but I don't know what I'll do with them, but they're just so fun. I'm so happy to be actually doing them. I want to show you these plaids, okay, before we go look at my cross stitch. So these plaids came in a bundle. I think were they in the sew sampler? They may have been in the sew sampler, but I'm going to open it up because you just can't see it in a bundle. I want to incorporate these in things I'm doing in the near future somehow, you know. Okay, this one's going to require scissors. I think that they are just beautiful. These are by Elizabeth Hartman, which is the designer who also did Norm, the gnome over there. Okay, so here are, see, aren't they pretty? I'll open one of them up so you get like the whole feel. I think this is a fat 8th, yeah. So there's like the whole feel that you have. So this is a woven. So both sides you can use this kind of double-sided. Unlike it was printed. If it was printed, it would be like, you know, regular fabric like this. You know, if it was printed, you would see plaid here and then the back, which is what was in some of my quilt that I showed you, the fall quilt with the plaid. So here we go. We've got, you see what other colors we are? We have this juicy yellow, this gorgeous manly gray, for those of you looking for, you know, kind of guy colors, a purple, a peachy, this is like a light yellow, like a lemony yellow, refreshing, limey green, And then now this is more, there's several different, so there's 3 different styles. See that? There's 3 different styles. These come, this almost looks like a patchwork, doesn't it? They're so cool, the wovens. Comes in 4 colors, that guy. Ah, so nice. Okay, everybody should have some plaids. We should add some plaids into something. I need to do something scrappy, or not scrappy, something from my stash. That's what I need to do. Something from my stash where I pull in some of these plaids and make a pattern. You know, who knows? I have way more ideas than I can execute. I don't know. Anybody else feel like that? Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a look at the Boo Crew. We're gonna go to the other side of the table. Before we get to the Boo Crew, I want to show you my progress on the flea market. Flowers, yes, the angels sing. Here we go. I have started this last section, which means when I finish this flower here, this whole thing will be done. And then I have, this will be the end of May. That means I have 7 months then to do these 2, so I can finish by the end of the year. And I'm thinking, because I mean, I really love the look of these big flowers, but I don't enjoy stitching that center part yet. I think it's just a little bit more detailed than I enjoy doing yet. And I think I'll learn to do it maybe by the end of the year when I've done a few more. But I think what I'll do is, as I approach each of these 2 columns, I will do those big centers first. So it'll be like 3 on this side, 1, 2, 3 on that side. I will get those ones out of the way first as I get to this section. So that is my plan. So I want to get this guy, I have to sort of up my amount of time stitching now each day a little bit, because I want to do some other projects. And I've just, you know, that's has to be a little bit more of a priority so that I can fit them in. So the Boo Crew is a free quilt along and cross stitch along with the Fat Quarter Shop. They're hoping to start in the middle of June. They're waiting on the fabric for the quilt part, and once it comes in, they have to cut the kits and then send it out. All the links for all that are down below in the description box. And while you're there, would you please subscribe, because then you'll be in the running for my quilts that I'm giving away between now and when I hit a little over 100,000. Every 5,000 people, I'm going to send somebody a quilt, just somebody. But you got to be a subscriber. So anyway, Boo Crew. It's a super cool size. Finished is basically 14 by 5. So it's a long rectangle, which I think would make a super cute pillow. There's a sneak peek. There's a sneak peek of part 1, and you can download this supply list now. This is available now, and I want to show you the supplies. It is done. They have a couple options, which is, let me just tell you, it's always great. Here, I'll show you. Anyway, it's always great. The Fat Quarter Shop gives you options so that when you're doing these projects with them, you can, of course, use your own stuff. You know, the pattern's free, but if you like what they did, they give you options. So this is the purple that they're stitching on, and I'm going to stitch on the purple. I'm starting to really be drawn to adding purple to my Halloween things. This is the other one that they show, and right now it is out of stock, but it'll be back. They'll be getting it back. So this is called Spooky Holler Later. The threads, they give you 2 options on those, so that you could do the DMC threads or the classic Colorworks. I'm going to do the Colorworks because yum, look at that. Color. I like how it comes twisted like that too. Yes. Presentation. Okay, they also have this super cute pull tie, the Ghostly, and then the pumpkin needle minder to put your things on. Oh, Mr. Ghostly is upside down. Dude. Okay, there he is, sideways. But the cool thing is there's some plaid. See, we're all about plaid today. Mad about plaid. There are these great plaid project bags that come in several colors. So let me show you the colors. Here's the gray one, which they're kind of featuring for this Boo Crew. So I am going to load mine up with everything, but it also comes in a sort of very light turquoise, very light turquoise, tealy color, a pink, everything pink, and a beautiful blue. So there you go. Those are the Mad About Plaids. The other thing I have to decide on now is I really do want, because I want to play around with the Boo Crew cross stitch, plus they're going to have one for the Christmas mystery too, is that I also want to get this started, but I'm not going to try to do it by June because that is impossible for me, even though it says, you know, for June. I'm also going to attempt to do 18 count. So any of you, because this is actually done on something like 42 over or something like that, and well, I'm not doing that. So I'm hoping I can do 18 one stitch like I do on 14. You know, I don't want to have to count more than that. So I'm going to start with this and see how it looks. I think it'll be nice. I've not done 18 count cloth before, so that'll be kind of fun, kind of different. I can start getting, I've got all the threads that I ordered, so I am able to do this. And I love this Quaker style embroidery that sort of, it's often asymmetrical. I really like it. Oh, okay. That is what's going on here, my friend. So today I hope to see a lot of Mad About Plaid quilts. And the links are down below in the description box, and I will put a few of them in the pinned first comment, so you can find them there too. I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.